All right, hello guys. I wanted to take a quick moment here to try to discuss a concept or a topic that I got a few questions on from Instagram and from YouTube, and that's literally how to draw the bow back. Maybe some people have had issues with too much draw weight or bad shoulders, or it can be a whole list of things. But I wanted to go over in this video kind of a suggestion of how to properly draw the bow. Now, there's probably tons of videos on YouTube and other channels you can see. So what I'm gonna say is, like everything I put in my videos, it's just a suggestion. If what you have is working for you, by all means, don't even listen to me. Turn the channel, find something else to watch. And just keep archery fun for yourself. Don't be trying to do something that you don't want to do. But this would again just be a suggestion, and this is just the way I do it. So, well, one of the problems with drawing the bow is some people have a lot of draw weight, or they never really learned how to draw the bow, I guess, quote, properly, suggestive here, but properly. And so they'll end up kind of doing something like this. I'm using my target bow here, this is in my hands right now, and it's just easy. But they'll pick up the bow, and then instead of drawing kind of with their back and shoulders to their face, they'll typically kind of draw down to their chest, using more of their forearms and their bicep to draw the bow. And it would look something like this. Like this, and then try to come up to anchor and do this. Now, that's fine. If you're having fun with that and it's working for you, by all means, don't change it and do whatever you got to do to have fun in archery. But what happens when you do that is, I can feel that just doing it now, is it puts a lot of pressure on the, felt like a lot of pressure on the, what is that, the anterior delt, I guess, the front part of my shoulder. That hurt pretty good. And then basically it puts a lot of tension in the forearm here and the bicep. And what happens is, when the issue with that is when I draw back very tight like this and I try to come up to anchor, I still feel the tension in my forearm and my bicep, but I can't really transfer it to my larger back muscles to kind of hold my elbow back and kind of really relax into the bow. And I put in another video, like some of the holding steady stuff is, if you can turn off more muscles to hold the bow back, you'll just hold steadier on target. So you got all these muscles turned on, your forearm, your bicep, your shoulder, and it's gonna come stiff and tense, and you just, I don't know, it's just my experience, you just won't hold as steady. So if you can really figure out how to use the least amount of muscles to hold the bow back, it'll hold steadier as well. Now, kind of going off topic, get back to drawing, but that draw can really set you up for some struggles later on if you don't figure out how to do that. So now I'm going to go over how I do it. There's two ways I draw the bow. Like, there's kind of hunting, and then there's target. Now, if you shoot a lot of target, you're going to shoot a lot of arrows, practicing and all these things. So you want to find the most efficient way to do that. So for me, the most efficient way for that was, actually, I'm just going to kind of mimic it without drawing, but I'll pick everything up and kind of use the weight of the bow to help me draw it back. So I'm going to be pulling with my elbow back here and kind of using the bow's weight to kind of like a lever arm to draw the bow back. And then if I'm turning sideways like this, it's kind of like you're using your whole body, not just staying static and doing this, but it's a whole motion of the body and the shoulders, like a pivoting motion and expansion instead of just the arms. Make sense? Hard to explain, but hopefully I can demonstrate that here. So I'll just pick up the bow, point it at the target. Now, we're not sky drawing, this is sky drawing, but we're just pointing at the target, and then we're just gonna draw straight back and let it all settle. Now, in this instance, I only feel the pressure in my fingers and pretty much in my back muscles. And then it's kind of like I don't know how to explain it, just like relaxing against the bow. And then I can easily, get into my shot, get to my click, and shoot the shot. So that was one way. Basically, at full draw, I'm just trying to feel the line of my rear elbow through my release hand, through the release, through the arrow to the target. It should kind of feel like a straight line. When you're super tense, you may not be able to really feel that. All you feel is tension in your arm. So that's one way. That's on a target shooting a lot of arrows. But sometimes when you're bow hunting, and a lot of the viewership is probably more bow hunters, is that you can't like be doing this in the field trying to draw on a deer or something like that. You got to be a little more sneaky with that. And in those cases, I'll typically just hold the bow straight at the target. I'll push it at the target and then just elbow back. So in all of these things, like if you needed a mental cue for how to do it right, I would just be thinking about driving that elbow, this rear elbow, the drawing elbow back. Just think about elbow back and kind of don't worry about all this other stuff. So I guess just a few other little details. I don't have it here. I don't have a trigger release. I just have a thumb button and a hinge with me right now. But if I were to have an index finger, what can happen is you get the index finger on, and if you're pulling low like this, you're gonna have all that tension, like I said, in your forearm, your bicep, and maybe your shoulder. When you pull like that and when you come up to anchor, you still have, it's very difficult to transfer that energy from the tension in your arm into your back. So say you still have that tension in here. If you ever try to make your arm really tight and make a fist really hard as if you just drew that bow like that, and try to manipulate this finger, it feels very difficult to move. But if you were to relax your hand and then move that finger, it's a lot quicker, it's a lot faster. So I don't teach or suggest the punching method. That's not how I shoot. But if you are, which is the majority of folks, honestly, having a loose hand and loose, very relaxed forearm and all that allows you to punch a little faster, a little easier without manipulating the rest of your hand doing it. So there is benefits to learning how to draw correctly with the back muscles and all of that. So that's just a quick little video. Hopefully that helps you guys out there. And if you guys want more, check out the rest of my channel and I'll have more videos later. But with that, see you in the next one. Aloha guys.